Well, the Democratic National Convention is over now. Hillary Clinton is the Democratic Party's nominee, so the first woman ever to be nominated by a major political party. And our Week News political expert, Dr. Bart Rossi, he's here in the studio to talk about this last day at the DNC. Glad you're with us. How did you think it went there on the final night?
I think they ended up pretty much the way they wanted it to go. A united front. They did well with the Bernie Sanders group. I thought they pulled it together. That was a little shaky early on in the week. I thought they looked pretty good. They had great speakers, and they did what they wanted to do to project unity and togetherness. That's what I think the message was.
Of course, Hillary Clinton, it was her night last night to accept the nomination. Let's listen to just a little bit of what she had to say and then find out the hits and misses from Dr. Rossi. So here's Hillary Clinton.
I will be a president for Democrats, Republicans, independents, for the struggling, the striving, the successful, for all those who vote for me and for those who don't, for all Americans together.
So for you, what worked, what didn't work for the Hillary Clinton acceptance speech?
Well, actually, I think she was pitching pretty well right there to everybody else who was not a Democrat, actually. You know, I thought she was really looking at Republicans and independents who would vote for her because of issues with the Donald, and she projected a lot of images and a lot of problems with the Donald. So I thought she did pretty good there. It was kind of clever. I also thought she had presented a pretty good winning personality. She was comfortable with herself, and she's consistent, a good listener. But I also thought she could have presented something on a flat tax to appease all those Bernie Sanders people and everybody else who liked Sanders on this income inequality. She could have done more and been more specific. And she could have apologized, of course, for the email. She could have done like McCain did. I'm personally disappointed in myself. I think that would have gone a long way, and I thought she would have looked better.
We do have, after these conventions, definitely different approaches, strategies, thoughts of where the country is and where it's going.
Yeah, I mean, a very dark picture from the Donald. I think he projected it maybe a little bit too dark and too dreary. And on the Republicans, on the Democratic side, I thought that Hillary and the whole Democratic process there looked good in terms of optimism. Really a page out of the Reagan years, you know, where you were going to talk about what we can do together, you know. America is great because we're good. We're good now. And I think that was a pretty good message.
Do you think these messages change much at all during the rest of the campaign? Because now it can really begin. Convention's behind us. They're both nominees. Here we go.
That's a great question, because I think the Donald will remain the authoritarian personality, and Hillary will reach out to everyone and try to be the uniter. So we're going to see which way this goes, and it's going to be very interesting in the polls, even in the next week or two.
Right. You expect there's going to be a Hillary Clinton bounce. There usually is.
Yeah.
Donald Trump had his, because a lot of polls have him winning right now.
Yeah, they do. And I think that the polls are kind of silly right now, because we don't know what's going to happen once they start looking at people in the next week or two. I think she will get a bump. We'll have to see what that means.
Yeah, but we're in the home stretch, if you want to think of it that way now, because we finally have a convention, nominees, and we vote in November.
About 100 days left.
Oh, that's it. All right. Thank you, Dr. Rossi, for coming in during these convention weeks. We appreciate your insights. Week News This Morning is going to be right back. Stay with us.